Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Matt here, back with another video. So yesterday, the Gervonta Davis and Isak Cruz fight took place. A lot of mixed thoughts about this fight in general from the boxing community. Um, so to first start off, the first few rounds of the fight were very interesting. I feel like Tank really showed his high IQ and his speed throughout the first few rounds. He was moving well, throwing his jab out there, and we saw that his left hand was not. It wasn't exactly landing, but some punches were. It's important to take into consideration that the fact that the this fight was on Showtime, so there's a little bit of bias when it comes to the commentating and everything. You know, but it's not to say that Gervonta didn't win the fight. I personally think he won the fight. It's just it wasn't his best performance, but obviously he hurt his. I believe he hurt his injury. He didn't hurt his injury. Um, he got injured in, I believe, the sixth round of the fight. Yeah, he hurt his left hand, and I believe it because it was early in the fight where it was like the second half of the fight started, like the sixth or seventh round, and then I was waiting for him to throw because he usually like once he doubles up on a jab, he'll throw a left hand or he'll look for that left uppercut right down the middle, which was kind of open. But Isak Cruz did a pretty good job of keeping his hands up. But it was just weird to see him not throw it at all. Like he wasn't towards the latter end of the fight. Like he really um, wasn't throwing his left hand. But like um, sorry, there's noise outside. Uh, Gervonta did well in spots, but he was sticking and moving. Doing the smart thing, especially if you can't use one hand. That's difficult. And when he was going back to his corner, he was like obviously complaining about it. Not to say like he's like being a baby, but like he was saying that it was hurting, and then his coaches were saying like I know, but yeah, he was able to get through it, power through it. So respect to Gervonta. Uh, he it was interesting because Isak Cruz put a lot of pressure on him, caught him with some good shots. He had success at different points in the fight. It was just that I think that Gervonta was the more busy fighter. Um, like it's like I think Floyd said it best. Like it's a boxing match. It's not like a slugfest. The sport's not called slugfest. Just because you throw like crazier punches or wilder punches in some land, that doesn't mean you win the fight. And Isak Cruz did a good job. He was very aggressive, put the pressure on Tank, made it difficult for him. But I don't think he won the fight. But it was interesting to see how during the decision I noticed like the body language and the look of concern on Gervonta's face. Just like he wasn't sure. It didn't seem like he was sure that they were gonna win the fight. Just it could just be because of like how judges are in general in boxing. It's very corrupt, as we've seen in like many past fights. Uh, so yeah, he has a right to be, but it was also interesting because I thought he would just be, when you think that in a boxer's like body language and the way he looks, that they're confident that they won the fight. It was just he looked concerned, but I understand he doesn't fight and go the distance often. So maybe he doesn't like it when it goes to the judges in general because that fear of like nothing's ever a sure thing in boxing. We've seen it in so many fights where people have gotten robbed and things like that. But like, thank God they got it right for this fight. Um, yeah, it was a unanimous decision. I think one person had like 115, 112, or 115, 113. That was a little close for me, but it is what it is. It wasn't like um, a very like wide fight. I just think that Tank won most of the rounds. Uh, yeah, I could see him winning maybe three, four, maybe even five to if you want to be crazy with it. But I don't know. Um, I don't think Isak did enough to pull it off. But a lot of people believe otherwise. Some people think Isak Cruz won. Um, I don't know. Maybe I was watching a different fight. I also was listening to the commentating, so maybe who knows? Maybe that affected my ability to watch the fight. But there were a lot of moments where, um, like the commentators at Showtime were kind of overreacting whenever Gervonta would throw a punch. It would like graze or graze the gloves of Cruz or get blocked by him, and he like the commentators were going crazy. But then when they show it on the replay, it was nothing. So stuff like that's a little iffy. But I definitely think Gervonta he still won the fight. Come on, like he outboxed the guy. He was a lot faster. He made the guy miss a lot, and I just think he won. But in terms of like the lightweight division, we're seeing a lot of fights where even though Gervonta was injured, you know, I don't know if it obviously wasn't his best performance because he was injured, but still not your best performance. And Devin Haney, he also had a decision win. It wasn't like we saw him get hit a lot, but it's getting interesting, you know, as these top lightweight fighters begin to improve with their opponents. Like it's getting a little bit more difficult, and we're gonna see like when they fight fighters that are even better, and when they eventually move up to 140, it's gonna get only difficult. So hopefully they're all making adjustments, always improving, but I'm sure they are. You know, these guys are disciplined, they're talented guys, they'll figure it out. But yeah, Gervonta with the win, and I think a clear win. But there obviously some people think that it was a robbery, but it is what it is. The decision's over. Whether there's a rematch, I don't think I really want to see a rematch. I think Gervonta would beat him unanimous decision. So or like I'd expect him to knock him out personally in a second fight. But yeah, I don't really care for a rematch. I want to see something new. I want to see Cambosis or something like that next for Gervonta. But these are hard fights to make because the promoters, money, egos, that business side of boxing makes it a little bit difficult. I know these guys all want to fight each other. Get that those undisputed titles. Be on top of the world basically. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's too early to tell. But I hope you guys enjoyed that fight. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. And I'm out of here. Peace.